everybody. Today is day one of the Every Bit Counts challenge. That is a challenge where I preserve everything each day in the month of August. Today is August 1st, Monday, August 1st, so this is the first thing I'm doing. This was a challenge put out by Three Rivers Homestead, and I'm going to try to do it this year. So today, when I was at my local produce stand butcher shop, I found these banana peppers. This bag is about 2 pounds, just right at 2 pounds, and it was 99 cents. They're trying to get rid of them. They had a couple other bags, but they didn't look as good. They had some bad ones in there, so I didn't get those bags. But I am going to pickle these today in half-pint jars, and I'm going to get going on that. That's going to be my challenge for the day. I have here 1 cup of water. I'm going to add 3 cups of distilled white vinegar. So I'll have 4 cups of brine. It's a small batch. You want to go 3 to 1 vinegar to water. So I've got 4 cups all together. I'm going to put that on the stove and get that simmering. I'll let that get simmering while I rinse and slice the peppers. Alrighty, I have all my peppers washed. I also have my jars in my water bath canner heating up. I'm going to cut these peppers at about 1/4 inch or so. I can't believe they had these marked down. They're still nice and crisp. Just 1/4 inch rings. Put them in here. I'll be hot packing them shortly in the jars, and we'll be water bath canning them. Okay, so I have all the peppers cut up. Some of those had some nice red color to them. They look really nice. I did have a couple here that I didn't like the looks of the seeds inside, or the pepper was not as fresh as I'd like it to be. That's fine. I will save those and use them for something in dinner tonight. There's nothing wrong with the pepper itself. I just didn't like those black seeds. I didn't want those going in the jars because that's bad. So I'm going to pull my jars from my water bath canner where they're nice and hot and ready to go. High acid foods can be canned in the water bath. That's why we use so much vinegar, to make sure that the acid content is high enough for them to be safely canned in the water bath. If I was not canning them with this much vinegar, I would have to pressure can them. Okay, this particular canner will only hold 7, so if I have extra, I'll run a second load. I'm going to fill my jars, leaving a 1/2 inch headspace. I want to kind of pack these in because they're really fluffy and I want to get a bunch of them in there. I could use bigger jars, but to be honest, we don't use them that often. So I don't want to have a whole bunch of them that I open the jar and then they just sit in the fridge. Really trying to work those in there. Some of these were some big peppers. And I know these are different looking jars, but they are all half pints. They just have different sized openings at the top. Some are wide mouth, some are narrow. Regular mouth or wide mouth. I think the wide mouth are easier to pack. That's for sure. might have to do another small load, probably 2 or 3. It's not a big deal with the water bath. It only takes a couple minutes. I wouldn't want to run my pressure canner with just a couple small little half pints, but I can definitely do it with the water bath. Hope I made enough broth. Brine. I'm just a little bit short. I'm going to make some more. Alrighty, I have all the jars in the canner. I'm going to bring that back up to boil. We're going to boil these, hot water bath can them for 10 minutes, and then I'll be back to take them out. Okay, so I did run a ping second canner load with just 3. So altogether, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 half pints. The peppers cost me 99 cents, so that's 9.9 cents for each half pint, which is 4 ounces. No, I'm sorry, it's 8 ounces, and plus a little bit of vinegar. So for what Walmart would charge per ounce, the cheapest I found was 10.1 cents per ounce for canned banana peppers. I did 10 cents per jar. So that's my canning for today, my preserving for today, Monday, August 1st. All right, here we are, day 2 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. It is August 2nd. Today I did some corned beef hash. This is not an approved recipe, so I didn't do a lot on the prep and canning of this, but I have 8 pint-and-a-half jars of corned beef hash ready for me to have breakfast with some eggs. I used fresh corned beef that I made myself. I diced potatoes and threw in a few onions also. And again, like I said, this is not a tested and approved recipe. I do understand the science. My husband understands the science, and we feel that this is a safe recipe. Did not post a how-to on this one, just because it is not an approved recipe. But these are preserved, and these are 8 breakfasts for us. Alrighty, so all that corned beef that did not go into corned beef hash yesterday went into jars by itself today. I have 5 pints here and 1 that didn't seal in the fridge. So I don't know what day it is, but that's what I can today. Hi there, Claudia from the Wee Garden Homestead here. Today is August 3rd, day 3 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge, where I preserve something each day for the month of August. For me, it's really hard because we don't have a lot of production coming out of the garden right now, but I do have some Egyptian walking onions that I need to move. This wasn't on my list for today, but I got out in there and I was trying to empty out this bed so that we could burn it off before the fall planting. So I am going to I've pulled up the onions. I'm going to take the tops off before I transplant them and put those in the dehydrator. So that will be me saving something, preserving something for a later use. It will be those onions today. I know it's something small, but there are no rules to this challenge, so that's what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just going to take these. They've already come apart. They weren't a big clump. And I'm just going to trim them, I don't know, probably right about here. That way I've still got some new growth coming up. These are actually going to go in a pot. Please excuse my workspace. This is where I'm working today. I'll take these in and rinse them in the sink and cut them up inside, and then they'll go in the dehydrator inside also. And for those of you who know me, know these are not my sewing scissors. I do have another pair just like it on my sewing table, but these are not them. Alrighty. Alright, there are the transplanted onions. I've moved these around before and trimmed them back like this, and they've come back, so hopefully they'll come back, and next year they'll produce me some bulbils, and I will have more Egyptian walking onions. Alright, so all those onions came out to just about 4 cups. Oh, that says 1 liter, but 4 cups of dehydrated green onions. And I will transfer these into mason jars and seal them up tight. And they will go into my pantry and to use in recipes all over the place the rest of the year. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, so today for the Every Bit Counts challenge, I am we're cooking chicken wings for dinner tonight, and I had all these little tips that I cut off when I broke down the wings, and you know, usually I would just throw them away. I mean, really, what do you do with those? Nobody eats them. And I thought, well, you know, that makes some good broth. So I am loading up my little crock pot with, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, 14 little wing tips. I've got some onion skins and some carrot skins in the freezer. Usually I would throw this whole bag in if I was doing the full, like in my big roaster, I would throw the whole bag in. But that's a little much for this little bit of broth. So some onion skins, some carrot skins. I know there's some celery in here, but I can't get to it. I think I might have some in the fridge that I can throw in there. I'll throw some celery in there, throw a little seasoning in there, top it off with some water, and it's going in the crock pot for tonight. And that is overnight. I will either can it or put it in the fridge tomorrow and use it either later in the week or at another time. And I will have chicken stock from those little bits of chicken, because every bit counts. Alright, so that broth that I started from the chicken wing tips last night is going in the canner today. I have 4.5 pints out of my little crock pot. I'm tickled over that. I will can at the pint time. That little half pint will go at the pint time. It doesn't really matter. It's 20 minutes in the pressure canner. I'm going to get lids on there and get it going here in just a minute. Alrighty, we got steam, venting steam, 10 minutes, timer starting now, and I'll be back. Alrighty, here we go. Timing for 20 minutes. Alright, there it is. 5 quarts of meatballs in sauce out of the canner and bubbling on the counter. Every bit counts. This will make late evening meals when I am working so easy. Warm it up, cook some pasta, and we're ready to eat. Yeah. Alright, here we go. The chicken wing broth that I made 2 days ago, and the meatballs and sauce that I did yesterday are all cooled. The jars have been washed and dried, and they have been labeled. So they are ready to go on my pantry shelf. Okay, so today for the Every Bit Counts challenge, I think today is day 7. I have 4 quarts of meat sauce with mushrooms in the pressure canner going in now. That's the leftover meat that I didn't use yesterday for the meatballs and sauce, and I had sauce left, and I had some fresh mushrooms that I needed to use up, so I got that all in there, and I'm getting ready to close up the lid and get that going. Alright, so here they are, 4 quarts of spaghetti sauce with meat and mushrooms. They're mostly cooled. I won't touch them until morning. Looks like 3 of them sealed. Looks like this one right here is questionable. I won't know till morning, at which point I will take the rings off. I'll check the seals. I'll wash the jars and label them and get them in my pantry. And if that one's not sealed, I guess we're having spaghetti tomorrow night. I hope you enjoyed my week of preserving with the Three Rivers Every Bit Counts challenge. And we'll see you next week.